previous video, I showed you how to make the Cebu style masi. Today, I'm going to show you the Chinese style of masi. They're very different in texture and consistency, but they're both equally good, depends on your preference. Let's get started. For the Chinese masi, you need 2.5 cups of glutinous rice flour, 1/2 cup of cassava or tapioca starch, 1/2 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons oil, 2 cups water. For the filling, you need 1 cup of roasted chopped peanuts, 1/2 cup white sugar. Let's mix together glutinous rice flour, sugar, cassava or tapioca starch. Mix this together, and then you have water. Add the water gradually, so it's easier for you to take out the lumps. Okay, I added half first and then the second half after that. And then we have oil. It's just regular vegetable oil. If your mixture is lumpy, you can strain this. Okay? And then let's prepare our baking pan. I'm going to use 2. You can use 1, but I'll use 2 because it's easier to, it will cook faster. Okay, we will put a little oil so it will not stick. Okay. You can use any pan. It doesn't have to be this size. Okay. And then we will steam this for about 20 minutes. If you're making a small amount, maybe half or a fourth of a recipe, you can put this in the microwave. Alright? You can cook this in the microwave. Here the water is boiling now. So we will put this in 20 to 25 minutes. And then we put the cover. For the filling, we have the roasted peanuts. And we have sugar. Okay. If you don't have a food processor, you can put this in a plastic bag and then roll with a rolling pin, or you can use a mortar and pestle. Don't use a blender. Okay, we want to blend this until it's this size. It's powdery. Okay. Don't blend it until the oil comes out because then it will look like peanut butter. Okay, so this is done. We will wait for the mochi or the masi to be cooked. There are 2 ingredients that you can use to dust the mochi or the masi. You can either use glutinous rice flour or potato starch. If you use glutinous rice flour, you need to toast the rice flour. If you use potato starch, you don't need to toast the potato starch. So you can choose whatever you want to use. Here, our Chinese masi or the mochi is cooked. We test it like, it has a cake. It does not stick. Okay? Here is our steamed mochi. Okay? What we're going to do next is you scrape this. Okay? Take this out and you need this like this until it's smooth, okay? If you don't want to do that, here like this, you have to knead this until it's smooth. If you don't want to do that, you can use a mixer, which I will do right now. If you want the Cebu Masi, I had a tutorial on that. You can check the link. This is the Chinese version, which is the original one. The Chinese Masi is softer compared to the Cebu Masi. Okay. The reason we have to knead this, or we have to mix this, is because if it looks like this, you cannot form them into balls, okay? So, as I said, if you don't want to knead it by hand, then I put it in a mixer, just to make it smooth. Alright? Alright, here, you can see, once it forms a ball, like this is ready. Okay. Of course, the traditional makers of mochi, they don't use a KitchenAid mixer. This is just a more modern version. Okay. All right. This is the texture you want. And then we will form this into a baston, so it's easier for us. By the way, the mochi is easier to work with when it's warm, because it's more pliable. Right, we will divide this into 20-gram portions. Okay, like this. We'll continue with the rest, okay? I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. In the next step, it's easier to use your hands without any gloves, okay? First, you dust your table with potato starch, or you can use rice flour, glutinous rice flour, but you have to toast it, okay? So you flatten this, okay? And then you fill this. Here, you fill with the peanut and the sugar mixture. See? And press this together. Okay? So like that. Again, you flatten. You can use a rolling pin if you like. Can you give me a rolling pin? Blue? I'll show you with a rolling pin. Okay, like this. Okay, I'll show you with a rolling pin. You dust and roll. You know, I find it easier without a rolling pin, but just for those of you who would like to use a rolling pin, using a rolling pin will take you a longer time, but of course the dough is flatter. Okay. As I said in this step, do not wear gloves because it's very difficult to work with mochi with gloves. Just use your bare hands. Just make sure your hands are clean and they're dry. Okay? Like this. Roll this out, or without the use of a rolling pin. And then this is ready to eat now. Okay? Alright. Okay, so I'll continue with the rest.